Well, hey, Steve, 1,000-year home. So one of the hardest things about building and working is I got 30 acres here that doesn't take care of itself unless I take care of it. So, and that doesn't rest. So I got cattle out on it now. My neighbor's cattle leased off. But I noticed the mesquites have already started growing up in that pasture. So today I've decided, which I really can't afford it, and I'm going to take my backhoe out there and I'm going to find any stray mesquite, dig it up, and maybe I'll take that backhoe off when I'm done and hook up the shredder and drive around and cut some trails in it. I've got enough rain. I think that I can safely mow, but I'll find out after I dig up some of this mesquite and find out if the ground's super dry, right? Super dry. But cattle are doing a good job. They're grazing that hay right down, so I want to give that field a little bit of a chance, and I think digging that mesquite out right now is a good idea. So anyway, I'm taking a day off of working on a Conex to work on the farm, and I wish there was two of me. That would make things just a little bit easier. So I'll drop back in after a little while when I'm tired. How about that? Well, here I am chasing those mesquite out in the field, and you'll see they're just little saplings, but listen, there's a serious operation going on underneath ground, and these are extremely hard. They also have 3-inch thorns, and in addition, the fire ants like them, so the fire ants build their nest under those mesquite. So the cattle don't graze there. It is a dead space. So you'll see here I'm putting on the parking brake, and then I just press it down and lock it in. Take it out of gear. Set the idle so my hydraulics got good hydraulics. I jump out, get on a backhoe and drop one tripod and then the other tripod. I could drop them both at once, but it makes it go slower actually. And you're like, man, that's a lot of hard work for those little saplings. You should just get a chain and yank them out. I am telling you, you could not yank these out. It is not possible. It is not safe. Listen, this backhoe's got a 12-inch bucket with 3-inch teeth, probably a, 3 to 5,000 pounds worth of tension. And look at it. It is working. This is not a weak backhoe. It's just a small tractor backhoe. I admit that. But these mesquite have dimension. They have roots down in the ground. And if you just leave them go, they will go ahead and eat up your whole pasture and leave you with nothing but thorns and regret. So here you could see I actually broke the sapling out and lost track of the root ball. And that's what I'm after. I'm really after that root ball. And these three clustered together, they might have been a big tree at one point in time. There could be a ginormous root ball under there that I'm simply not going to get out of this group with this particular backhoe. Even if I could dig that stump, I wouldn't have the power to pick it up out of the hole. So I'm going to jump down here in just a little bit and take a look at what in the world is going on and why I can't get there. Now, a lot of the here I sped it up a little bit more. A lot of the farmers, they poison them, but and I say I don't disagree with that if you had a big field, but I am not. I'm doing restorative farming, so I'm trying to do things the proper way, which would be digging these out and then I take and I throw them in a ravine when I'm done. Here I'm going to get down and talk to you a little bit. Let me tell you, that mesquite, I wasn't able to get that one. Underneath all that, 20 inches under the ground, there's a root ball. And if I could get that, then I wouldn't have mesquite anymore. Let me show you, I got this one over here. See that? That's what we're after. There's my boot. If I leave any of that behind, I'm going to have a mesquite. So, that's every bit the size of a football. So all those little mesquite you see out there, little tiny ones, let me zoom in. Underneath every one of those is a tree.
And it doesn't come out of this hard Texas soil very well. So I've been working at it. Taking a break today, doing farm work. If I could get them all out of this field, I'd be happy. Anyway, I can't work with a cell phone in one hand and all those controls in another. So I just wanted to get this video up so y'all could see how difficult this stuff was. And then we'll go from there.
Well, I had joked about cutting up, well, maybe not a joke, but I had talked about cutting up mesquite for flooring because this stuff's hard. I bet you if I could saw mesquite that I could make a floor that would last 1,000 years. So this particular mesquite was a full-size tree here, but you can see there's just leftover little tiny starts that stick there. So, and that'll do that for years and years to do this. So on a tree, if you want to get rid of it, you have to dig it out, and that's quite the thing. You're looking at 1,200 times sped up. So this would have been an hour dig. In fact, it went so long my cell phone overheated, and I never did get the shot of me pulling this stump out. But I just want you to appreciate that to remove a mesquite stump, you're not going to jerk that out with a car, and if you try, you're going to get hurt. You might be able to use a snatch block or something like that and put it under tension, but you definitely want to make sure that you are nowhere near anything that would break, because these are harder than chains. And so I'm slowly digging out around this particular mesquite, but I can't leave it there because it'll sprout and grow right through the house. So anytime I find one of these stumps or a little sprig of mesquite coming up on my job site, I've got to stop everything I'm doing and dig that out. And you'll see that I'm leaving behind some taproots there, and I'm truly hoping that they won't come get me in 10 years, right? I'm trying to build a 1,000-year home. So, but if that happens, then I would do what everybody else does. They poison these, but I'm trying not to do that. Restorative agriculture is what I'm after. So there you are, 1,200 sped up, and I overheated my camera trying to get this particular one out this day.
All right, I turned the tractor off here so we could talk about this mesquite without the noise. So you see, all I had was just a little shoot there and just that branch sticking up out of the ground. Got a couple others, you can hardly see them, but I see them in the field. But looky. All right. Oh, I've got a 2-foot deep hole. Let me zoom out. I'm sitting on mesquite thorns. All right, there's my boot. There is the stump. Now, I'm a long way towards getting that out of there. If I could get up out of here, since mesquite are all up in my body. Man. So, a lot of people poison them, and I ain't disagreeing with that. I don't know how to do it other than what I'm doing, and it's a lot of hard work. I have no idea how the pioneers dug up mesquite. Hard work. Alright, well, I am enjoying myself today out here cleaning up this paddock. I wanted to get these mesquite before they got big. Now, where I put my house probably used to be a pasture just like this, and a few mesquite came in, then a few junipers, and then a few this and a few that. That's it. It's a mesquite and juniper cedar thicket. Don't call it a forest necessarily, thicket. Well, I'm going to drink some water, take a minute or two on a knee, get back to work.